In the heart of the Middle East, Gaza stirs with an unsettling reality. This reality was recently brought to the surface with the revelation of bulldozed mass graves at Nasser Hospital in Gaza. The story unfolds with the discovery of over 300 bodies, buried in the hospital's courtyard. This grim finding has led to a storm of accusations from the Hamas-run government, alleging that Israel is responsible for these mass burials. On the flip side, Israel has come forward with a denial, stating that they have not buried Palestinians in mass graves. However, they do admit to inspecting and relocating bodies, citing concerns over the spread of disease. This explanation brings with it a whirlwind of questions and skepticism, adding fuel to the already blazing fire of tension. In this age of digital connectivity, it is satellite imagery and social media analysis that have shone a light on this distressing situation. These digital tools have revealed not only the burial, but also the subsequent bulldozing of the graves by the Israeli Defense Forces. Amidst the tumult, Palestinians have returned to the hospital, searching for their loved ones, some of whom remain missing. As we wade through this complex narrative, it's important to remember that every story has multiple sides. As the dust settles on these revelations, it's crucial to delve deeper into the dynamics at play. In the midst of these allegations stands the Israel Defense Forces, IDF, an entity operating under stringent laws. The IDF is a professional military organization, bound by a code of conduct that emphasizes respect for human rights, dignity, and international law. This code of conduct, upheld by every soldier, sets clear standards for behavior in times of peace, during operations, and in wartime. Contrast this with Hamas, a group operating without such a code, and the difference is stark. Where IDF soldiers are bound by law and the principles of democracy, Hamas operates outside these boundaries, often targeting civilians in their operations. Now let's consider the situation in Gaza. The IDF's actions, including the inspection and relocation of bodies, were part of a broader effort to prevent the spread of disease, a public health measure, not an act of massacre as some have claimed. In the chaos of conflict, it's all too easy for disease to spread, particularly when bodies are left unattended. The IDF's actions were, therefore, a necessary response to a potential public health crisis. It's important to remember that the IDF operates in a democratic country where actions are scrutinized, debated, and held to account. This is a world away from the operations of Hamas, where accountability and transparency are often lacking. The IDF, operating under the strictest of laws, offers a stark contrast to the operations of Hamas. Beyond the battlefield, Israel stands as a beacon of democracy in the Middle East. This nation, rich in history and culture, extends its democratic values to every aspect of its societal fabric. Let's delve a little deeper. At its core, Israel operates on a political system that encourages participation and diversity of thought. It's a place where multiple parties, platforms, and ideologies coexist, reflecting the varied perspectives of its citizens. This starkly contrasts with the one-party rule seen in Hamas-controlled Gaza, where diversity of thought is often suppressed. Beyond politics, Israel's commitment to democracy shines through its free press. A vibrant media landscape exists where journalists are free to scrutinize, criticize, and hold power to account. This freedom of the press is a far cry from the heavily censored and controlled media in Gaza. Now let's consider human rights. Israel has a robust legal system that safeguards these rights, with laws that protect individuals from discrimination and guarantee freedom of speech and assembly. In contrast, human rights in Gaza are often compromised, with reports of arbitrary detentions and restrictions on freedoms. Remember, the Israel Defense Forces, or IDF, operate within this democratic framework. They adhere to strict laws and guidelines, ensuring their actions align with the principles of this democratic nation. This is a stark contrast to the operations in Gaza, where the rule of law is often absent. Israel's robust democracy further underscores the strict legal framework within which the IDF operates. The situation in Gaza is a complex tapestry of conflict, politics, and human rights. We've unpicked some threads today, shedding light on the IDF's strict regulatory framework and the democratic principles that guide Israel. But this is just the beginning. We encourage you to keep exploring, to question, and to seek the truth. With every piece of information, we inch closer to understanding. As the discourse continues, we urge you to delve deeper, share this video, and subscribe for more insights. Knowledge is the first step towards understanding.